What's the deal, y'all? We back with another body cam reaction. So we got what happens when a fake cop pulls over a sergeant.
In
These
September
fake cops are crazy,
2023,
man.
an on-duty sergeant from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department was traveling through a construction zone in his unmarked squad car when he spotted a Ford Explorer that closely resembled Indiana State Police vehicles. The driver, 23-year-old Jonathan Becker, wore a neon green uniform shirt with patches, similar to Indiana law enforcement attire. Jonathan soon pulled in behind the sergeant and activated his white and amber emergency lights, signaling what appeared to be a traffic stop. In response, the sergeant pulled over, but Jonathan continued driving, turned off the lights, and was later seen in another construction area with workers dressed in similar attire. The sergeant asked Jonathan if he was a police officer, but Jonathan denied it and accused the sergeant of speeding in the construction zone. While they argued, the sergeant called for assistance from uniformed officers. As they spoke, the sergeant noticed John's tactical belt had a radio mic, a key ring with an Indiana State Police logo, and a black whistle, items commonly used by police officers.
Are you a police officer in the state of Indiana?
He about to throw a fatty in right now.
I already answered this question. Not answering it again, I already told you. Okay, so you already know the
Wait, don't
answer.
look
Stop playing games.
There's no games here.
Okay, then I already answered that question. 5 or 6.
He a little
Well, I was
firecracker.
gonna ask you before because I wanted to make sure if you are a police officer.
I already told you my answer.
Okay.
Stop asking.
You told me you're not a police
Ooh.
officer.
I already
You
answered that
understand
question.
why I stopped to talk to you, correct?
Yeah, because you flew past me going 80 miles an hour in a post 55.
Okay.
For no reason. Oh, I know you're not on your way to a call because your lights are on.
What
And
lights?
you're not in a police car.
Oh, he a
You're on
smart
police
ass.
car. And then you put your badge on to talk to me.
Correct.
And your gun.
I didn't put my gun on. I have my gun with me because
Okay.
I'm a police officer.
Alright, well, see your badge on.
When I went by you in the car, you mean?
Yep. You put it on to come talk to me?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure that you knew that before I just come up and start talking to you what was going on.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, go run me. Let's get this over with.
Okay. Do you understand what's happening here and why I'm here to talk to you?
Nope.
You don't understand?
Nope.
He's
Okay.
an arrogant son
You
of a
have
bitch.
responsibilities enforcing traffic law on the.
I'm a flagger.
Okay. Do you have
Simple as that.
responsibilities to enforce speeding law on the interstate?
He got he felt the power with that car. He like, ooh, I'm about to try somebody. He just tried the wrong one.
Whenever we're in a construction zone, I do whatever they tell me to do.
Okay. Has anybody tasked you with the responsibility to flash your lights at motorists on the road and tell them to slow down while you're driving?
What do we do?
Okay, what you're doing right now is
Self-explanatory.
stationary on the side of the road trying to ensure the safety of people in a construction zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You understand the difference between the motoring public on 465, which is a busy interstate in Indianapolis.
I don't know what your point is.
Okay. My point is, let's step back and look, okay? Would you agree that some people might think this looks like a police car? Or
Yes.
some kind of emergency vehicle?
Yes.
Just
Okay.
like his car,
Okay.
just like his car,
which is
just
why
like
I-
his car.
okay.
We all use
Which is
different
why I
types of
asked you
vehicles.
why you are essentially trying to enforce traffic law on the interstate.
Who said I was trying to do that?
Did you not activate your lights, what you said, to slow me down?
I did not.
You didn't activate your lights?
Nope, and there's a witness
Okay.
wherever he went.
You didn't activate these lights right in the front of your car?
Nope, my strobe lights, I did not.
Okay, what lights did you activate?
I didn't activate any lights.
Yo, he is cocky.
Do you have any
different-
proof that I did?
Two different stories you've given.
You could tell he young as hell because he is cocky as a motherfucker.
I mean, you said before it wasn't your strobes, it's your high
Okay.
beams.
Well, you said strobes. You
Okay.
told the warrant officer I thought.
Okay, these lights that are right in the front that are
Did I clock my
strobing.
strobes? So
Lights-
now you have two different stories, okay? So now you
Do you
said
understand the
you
action
said
of these
headlights.
lights?
So you said headlights and then strobes. So which one?
I'm
which one
asking
did you see?
I'm asking you what you
Okay.
activated, and you said you didn't activate
All right,
anything,
I'm
which is
done
not
talking.
accurate. Okay.
I'll talk to somebody else.
Have you ever been arrested?
I'll talk to somebody else. I'm done talking to you.
Hey, is your laptop? Do you have, well, you don't have one in there.
Yeah, I got one. I'm the mark behind him.
John explained that he owns Indiana Traffic Operations, a company specializing in traffic control.
Oh, he like a Jeremy DeWitt, like that Jeremy dude that kept impersonating cops, where he was like in charge of like funerals, processions, and stuff like that.
Construction sites to ensure the safety of construction crews.
I have plenty of guys that work with me, cops, IPD guys, so
Okay, are you on for place for the wreck?
doing traffic. That's all I do. It's not like I'm not doing anything. And he saw the whole thing.
642.
I don't know what he's trying to gain out of it.
Do you have your ID on you?
You need it?
Well, he's saying you're a witness to this whole thing, so I should probably get it.
This dude, he drives by in his Jeep. We're going what, 60? And it's a 55 on Caitlin.
It was also discovered John was on probation for unlawful display of emergency lights on a vehicle.
He just can't help himself. He already on probation for this shit. He's a menace.
Mr. Becker, is your driver's license? Are you on probation?
Yeah.
You're on probation
You already
in
know the answer to that
Hancock
question.
County?
You already know the answer
What are
to
you
that
on
question.
probation for?
You already know the answer to that question. You looked it up, so you already know.
Okay. What do you
That's
think
why
about
he's so
probation?
defensive.
No, actually, I've never seen somebody on probation for it, but he's on probation for improper use of emergency lights.
It's not improper use. You need to reread that.
I'm not here to write you a ticket.
Okay, I know
What
that.
do you
but-
think the odds are that of
Okay,
all
hold
people?
on. Reverse. You said improper use. What did it say? Now you're implying to him that I use red and blue light.
I didn't imply anything.
You just told him, and so
You're
now
on-
everyone thinks they're.
Did you flash your lights when you were behind him?
Unlawful
No, I
light
didn't.
Of emergency
I
lights
didn't.
on a
He
vehicle.
flew past.
Well, you're not the
me.
police. So guess what? If somebody flies past you, call the police.
What do you think the odds are that
Like
of all
what?
the people
It's
that
simple.
I stopped to talk to for flashing their lights on the interstate?
He didn't flash him, but
Whatever you want to call it.
he
bud,
flew by me
okay?
at 80
You're on-
miles
you're
an
on
hour, which
probation
would make
for unlawful display of
a
emergency
reason
lights
for us
on
to
a
believe that he
vehicle.
did
So,
something about it.
Yes, you probably know a lot about the statute.
I
But you
do.
probably, if you're on probation for that, shouldn't be on the interstate trying to slow
No,
traffic down. And this is your lucky day that the car that you try to do that to happens to be an unmarked police officer who happens to be working. Okay? So don't give me a hard time when you're on probation for something
Don't touch
related.
my car.
Okay?
I'm not touching your car.
Yo, this little motherfucker is cocky. Don't touch my car. Bro, what?
You're lucky I don't tow it, which is within my purview.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I've got your ID. You have this gentleman's information. I'm gonna make a police report.
Okay. Thank you
How
for
that
calling.
how that handles anything for your business based on what your current status is, I do not know. What is your probation officer's name?
I have to look at it.
You don't know who your probation officer is?
I think he's a real chill guy. I have to check in with him
Okay.
maybe once a month, so I don't even.
No problem. My suggestion to you is this is probably a bad idea. Your intentions may have been good, but bad things happen when people start down that road. And I'm not talking about you having to flash them
Oh, so he not even like cracking down hard on him. He trying to really give him an out.
at a police officer. I'm talking
You young.
about people get pissed off. I legitimately was doing something that you have no idea what I'm doing. That's what
Double
we do
audio.
for a living. It was just your bad luck that happened to be what I do for a living. Okay?
What? Drive 80 miles an hour in a 55?
Yo.
And then weave in and out of traffic?
I'm not going to take
Yo.
advice from
I'm
somebody
just-
on
I'm just
probation for
asking
this,
you,
okay?
'cause
I'm
you're-
not here to diminish what you do. I
If you're in like
appreciate-
an unmarked Porsche or something like that, all right, cool. But you said you're in COVID investigation.
Not COVID, covert. Yes.
Okay.
What we do,
He
I'll
said
tell you what I do
COVID.
for a living.
I heard COVID, so I was
No,
like, okay.
I don't go after COVID violators, okay?
He's tried to cut him so many breaks.
They know for real.
I heard about this. I wasn't even here.
We go after people. We do gun crime investigations. I need people to not know that I'm the police. That's what we do for a living. So, no, I don't normally waste any of my time, but you piqued my curiosity, flashing your lights at me. I understand now you say you didn't flash any lights or whatever, and it must have just been my random luck that I came up here to talk to you and you happen to be on probation. I have no idea who you are. I have nothing against you. I'm just telling you, it's a bad idea to be on the interstate flashing your lights at people.
I've seen this car like blind.
Are they together?
I think so. The skinny one with glasses drives that
Somebody
car.
may.
He does have red and blue.
Yeah.
I've never seen this one with lights on, but I've seen him at the crew car wash, and I could swear I saw
Well, it's pretty-
steady burns that are red and blue.
It's like it's clear what they're doing. Like you're wearing you got a thin blue line plate cover. You're wearing a thin blue line hat. Like
Come on, man. We all know, whether you want to admit it or not, what you're
And he trying to give you a break because you're borderline impersonating a police officer with the fit and everything. Like, you're doing everything but saying I'm police.
Trying to do. There's a place
What am I
for that.
trying to do?
Apparently, based on what you're saying, you're trying to get me to slow down, okay? It's not your job, unfortunately, today.
Well, you're
Maybe
the
it will be
police.
in the
You
future.
shouldn't be driving like that anyway.
It's not your call. You don't know what
No,
I'm doing.
it's not my call. But you, as
So
a
then
police
don't do it.
officer, you
So
should
what
be
are we
driving
talking about?
And that was not.
Yo, this is really a case of a fucking young kid thinking they know it all. He'll look back at this when he's like 33 and realize, like, yo, I was just fucking ignorant and stupid, and I was just tripping.
Due regard. And I'm sure he can vouch for me. That was not due regard.
If I saw this car coming up behind me and I couldn't see the plate, I couldn't see the lights, I would 100% think it was a cop, like an out-of-county cop.
Weaving in and out.
Becker,
Oh, no. Hold
listen
on.
to
You
me.
had your piece.
I will
I'm
not
gonna
be
have my
lectured.
piece. Okay.
Here
All
is
right.
not your place.
Yeah, because you should know better.
You don't know what I
You're the
was
police.
doing.
I'm not even the police, dude.
So what was I
And
doing?
then you asked me 20
Explain
times.
to me what I was doing.
Weaving in and out of traffic,
No.
signal, and speeding.
What was I
with
doing?
no due regard.
What was I looking for?
With no due
I
regard.
don't care what you were looking for.
How? So that is
You're
not your
driving
place.
with no due regard.
That is not accurate. How do you
Exactly.
know? Was I
So maybe you
following a
should have
murder
somebody-
suspect?
So maybe
Was I following a murder suspect?
that's your business.
Was I following a murder suspect?
Obviously not. You were
Was I
following
following?
me
How do you know?
because you followed me here.
How do you
If you
know?
follow that murder spec, you'd be following him right now. You wouldn't be talking to me,
You make my
right?
You-
point for me, okay?
You pulled me
Your
off of that.
actions, okay, look it up. In the state of Indiana, when you take action and cause someone to take another action, okay? When you take action like on the interstate, flipping your lights on like this, you cause a chain reaction. You don't know what I was doing, okay? You didn't know I was a police officer. You just thought I was somebody driving on the interstate, coming off the interstate onto Shadeland, right? What I'm saying is it's not your place to enforce those traffic laws. I understand your heart, your intention might have been in the right place. I don't know. I have no idea what your deal is with Hancock County. What I'm saying is that's a bad idea. As it turns out, you're trying to lecture me on something that you don't know what our job is and what I was doing, okay? I understand you didn't know I was a police officer.
You guys
There
do
are a
your
lot
thing.
of police
I'm just
cars.
asking you to drive with due regard.
You don't know what I was doing. Like, that's the whole point. Like, and on top of that, I told you, that's not your job to tell me how to drive. You don't enforce those laws. And then you say, well, you're not driving with due regard. You shouldn't have been driving that way. Bro, you're lost. That's not how this works. You can't tell me how to do my job, but you're not qualified for it. So anything else after that, I don't even want to hear it.
All right, that's all I want. All right.
That's all I want.
Not your place.
It's not your plate. You're a citizen. I'm sorry. You can drive down the street and want it all
So,
day.
I'm
It's not your job.
I'm not asking you to give me a lecture. I'm here just explaining to you. Actually, I was out here working. I understand now. You think, whatever, I'm wasting my time here.
Okay, but you get where I'm coming from, right? I just see
No.
some
You understand?
jackass
I don't like
driving down the road.
Some jackass.
It doesn't
not your
matter.
job.
It's
You
not your
understand?
job.
I'm not here to give you a ticket, okay?
I understand that.
I suppose I could. I haven't been to traffic court in a long time. I know where it's at. I know how to give a ticket. I know they're expensive now, and I'm not trying to tax you like that, okay? You have to understand, you're trying to, in this conversation, justify what you're saying you're not doing. Anyway, I'm gonna snap a couple pictures of your vehicle. I've already got your information. You're free to go. Do you have any questions for me?
I'll just need a copy of your business card.
I don't have a business card with me. I've already told you my name.
You have your run,
I'm making
you
a
have the
report.
run number, but you have a copy of the report.
You
I
can
do
get
not
that.
provide copies of the report. I give you a report number. Can you just pull a number and then write it down for me?
You just run it 3012 as an organizational plate,
No, it took me a while to get it, but it is like an LF plate.
like a
is the
supporter
code.
plate.
No, it's a law enforcement plate.
Just
Yeah.
humor me and run it.
Oh, wait.
It's a law enforcement plate.
Real ISP plate. Look at it. Oh.
Just
Yeah.
humor me and run it 3012 on an OR.
It has to be.
What the?
It's 3012.
Did he say how he has a?
yeah.
Well, in, what was it? Like Warren, like Michigan City or whatever it was.
Yeah. So Warren County, Williamsport is way out west, damn near to
Did he
Illinois.
say how he has that plate?
I don't know, but this comes back on a Brown 2000. That thing is not 2000.
This was
John claimed he purchased the vehicle several months prior, along with the equipment inside. Officers observed a radar gun, a radio box, light siren box.
See, they was trying to let him get up out of there. See where his mouth got him?
and a mounted computer in plain view, all of which appeared clean and functional.
It's your stop.
Yeah, like, whatever.
If it's over 30 days, I'm gonna tow.
I'm fine just making a report and going on.
And you see, he's still trying to cut him some slack. He like, I don't even want to jam him up like that. That's not even me. Like, I'm here to help the people. He is real. That's a real, that sergeant is a real cop. Like, he has every right to jam this boy up, and he's still not trying to do it. Everybody else like, man, fuck that, yo. We about to get his ass.
My day, because I don't want to. This is not how I like spending my.
Something with the date that you bought the car to show me that it's not older than 30 days.
Oh, I got a temp tag.
Perfect.
Do you see what this says? Please display this portion in the rear vehicle window. Does it say anywhere on there to put a plate off of another car and just drive around with it?
Which
It doesn't.
Which you can do. I'm just saying. You obviously, if you know.
My bad. My bad.
You gotta have
My
While
bad is
retrieving
crazy.
the vehicle registration, since the plates were linked to a different vehicle, officers noticed a Glock magazine, 2 pairs of handcuffs in the passenger door, and
Yo,
what appeared
what?
to be tactical vest and body armor in the back seat.
It's a handcuff
Recording.
store.
Oh, okay.
You do security. Do you understand that doing security means you cannot put someone in handcuffs? That's what the real police do, is put people in handcuffs.
Yeah, I understand that.
There's no
Bro,
firearm
what? I'd be like, I'm into some freaky shit. I would just say I'm a freak boy.
here, but there's a magazine.
Yo, this keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Like, they gave that man every chance to leave, and it's just like,
And bullets.
Yeah, well, I got obviously clean this out because I just transferred everything to my other car, but there's no gun. I have a Glock. It's 19.
Where's it at?
But I can't carry it, right? Because I'm on probation.
You know your business better than us.
Okay, well,
I haven't looked at. I don't know.
pretty sure I have
What
to
the
tell
conditions-
you, I can't have a firearm. I don't have a firearm.
I'm just
So,
telling you. I don't
it's at
know the
house,
conditions of your
and it's
probation.
secured.
man, search that
There's
car
so many people
thoroughly.
that have conditions of probation that say like.
Because if this is anybody else, they'd have been tearing his car apart.
I mean, it's only a C misdemeanor that you're on probation for, so
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't know
like
that
I'm
I've ever encountered somebody on probation for a C misdemeanor. So, and I don't do probation, so I'm just gonna say you probably know your business and your risk better than. I'm sure it's there, but I'm gonna go down that route. Have a nice day.
As the sergeant and officers left the area, John was seen taking pictures of their vehicles. Given the odd and suspicious nature of the situation, the sergeant decided to dig further.
Yeah.
After the incident, the sergeant reached out to other law enforcement agencies to see if they were aware of similar interactions with John. He received a photograph from June 2022 showing John directing traffic for churchgoers leaving a service. The photo had been taken by someone who was concerned that the vehicle John was using resembled a fake Indiana State Police vehicle. The investigation deepened as the sergeant reviewed footage from August 2022 recorded during the funeral procession of an Elwood police officer killed in the line of duty. Amid the procession of police vehicles with flashing emergency lights, one vehicle stood out, a car operated by John, equipped with red and white emergency lights bearing a license plate that read, Indiana Traffic Operations.
Yo,
However,
what?
the sergeant would soon learn that John made it.
Yo, he got in the officer's like funeral procession. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this that Jeremy Dimwit dude all over again. This younger. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
His day-to-day activities well known to the world. Police discovered numerous photos on his public Facebook profile showing him dressed in attire similar to law enforcement uniforms. His bio listed him as the owner of Indiana Traffic Operations LLC since September 2022, though he later removed this information. Among the posts on his page was a photo of John changing a flat tire, but what drew attention was his utility belt, which clearly displayed a firearm. Police subsequently reviewed John's TikTok page, Indy Traffic Cops, which contained hundreds of videos showcasing police vehicles, including his own fleet. In one video, John proudly displayed the interior of a Dodge Charger equipped with emergency lights, and a silver IMPD police badge was visible.
Oh my
While
God.
these badges were never publicly available, they could be acquired by retiring officers. Following the incident where he pulled over the sergeant, John appeared to change his TikTok username. Additionally, police found his company's Facebook page, where several posts featured law enforcement-related hashtags. The investigating sergeant believed these posts conveyed a misleading impression that Indiana Traffic Operations was connected to official law enforcement agencies or activities. The company's website was also reviewed, revealing several professionally taken photos of John. The sergeant particularly noted the images where John was standing in a public roadway, directing or possibly obstructing traffic, despite there being no apparent reason for his presence there. In addition, police found John's Instagram page.
Bro just pulled up to a random intersection and just started directing traffic, yo. What? Because when you're driving, you're not looking at that and be like, I'm about to say something. Only people that like really pay attention to the average person isn't going to notice that. So him doing that is wild. Like he's pulling up to churches letting out and he just directing traffic, and everybody probably looking like, all right, whatever. Like what?
Where his bio stated he was the owner of a page called Law Enforcement's. The account featured over 2,000 posts displaying law enforcement related vehicles. The sergeant conducted a record search too and confirmed John had never been a police officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department or any other agency. However, he had participated in the IMPD's Explorer program as a high school student in 2016, a detail confirmed by old YouTube videos on his channel, along with other law enforcement related content. With that, his interactions with real police officers stretch back to 2021, when John was stopped for operating a silver Dodge Charger, outfitted with equipment mimicking that of unmarked police vehicles. Items like handcuffs and an Ohio State Highway Patrol sticker were discovered. John was cited and warned about driving a vehicle designed to impersonate law enforcement. By April 2023, John was stopped again, this time for moving violations. A different Dodge Charger, now with state police-style decals, carried a firearm on the passenger seat and tools associated with emergency responders. When officers asked John at the time about the color of the lights on the Charger, he replied, "Get a warrant." In May 2023, a sergeant reviewed footage from another agency showing John arriving at an accident scene before first responders. He blocked a lane of traffic and walked freely among injured parties, police officers, and firefighters. At one point in the footage, both a police sergeant and a firefighter appeared confused about John's identity and his presence at the scene. The investigation also revealed John had owned 22 vehicle titles, most of which were police models. Only 4 were active at the time of the inquiry. Based on several of these factors, the investigating sergeant who was initially pulled over by John concluded that John had falsely portrayed himself as a law enforcement officer. On October 17, 2023, the state of Indiana filed a probable cause affidavit. After a review, probable cause was established and a warrant for John's arrest was issued. The following day, records show that John had been taken into custody.
John, crazy. Like what?
Ultimately, John was charged with impersonation of a public servant, a level 6 felony offense. He had also received a Class C infraction for operating a motor vehicle with a false plate, and he was released a few days later on a $250 cash bond. But the story didn't end there. Just over a year later, John dug himself into deeper shit. He was arrested once again, this time for felony impersonation of a public servant and unlawfully carrying a handgun in his white Ford F-150, a newer addition to his fleet that he had proudly showcased on his TikTok page shortly before the arrest. I think this ship has sailed, but why didn't he just apply to be a police officer?
That's the $1 million question right there. He probably got turned down, probably wasn't qualified. It's clearly it's a mental thing going on because he's taking this to the extent. like golly, that is crazy, yo. Like it's certain shit where I'm just like, oh yeah, like it's harmless. This, nah. Bro is crazy. He is wild. Like that is Well, on that note, comment that comment, subscribe that subscribe. Do not impersonate, because you will. And it's crazy how them impersonation charges don't really carry jail time. You would think that they would carry jail time. They don't even carry jail time. That's the wild part. But yeah, on that note, comment that comment. I will see y'all on the next reaction.